What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. From my family to you and your family, I wish you all a safe and happy Easter. Be safe out there if you're traveling. If you've got family that you're traveling to or wherever you're going, be safe in your travels. And if you know you're going to be the one driving, or if any of you are driving, don't drink and drive. Get to where you need to be safely. I said, I know it's a holiday, being, Easter. And I know, everybody's got their different ways of celebrating. But if you're out, do me a favor. Please do not drink and drive. Get to where you need to be safely. Like I said, that's one of the last things that somebody wants to hear. Oh, hey, I'm on my way there. I'll be there in a few minutes, or I'll be there in a couple hours. However far of a distance you're driving, and then get the call that you've been in a wreck. Nobody wants to get that call. Nobody wants to get that call that you've been in a wreck and you're either in the hospital or you didn't make it. I know that's, some might say that's harsh to say that, but again, pull my sleeves up. But with that said, be safe no matter where you're going. No matter whether, you're driving. No matter what, be safe. And like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there that are good drivers. And even if you're the one driving and you don't, even if you're the one driving and you're not drunk, you're not drinking, still keep your eyes open and watch, because lo and behold, there's always going to be there's always going to be that one that's drinking and driving. So, that said, even if you're not drinking and driving, still keep your eyes peeled and watch your surroundings. Because, again, yes, unfortunately, there's going to be somebody out there that's drinking and driving. And like I said, if you're going somewhere and you intend on drinking, make sure that you have a designated sober driver to get you where you need to be. Because getting in wrecks, it's not worth it. I mean, getting in a wreck, what do you gain? You don't gain nothing. So with that said, just be safe where you're going. Be safe in your travels. Like I said, even if you're not the one that's drinking and driving, drinking and driving, still, and you're driving, you might be, like I said, you might be the sober one. You might be the sober one. Still, keep your eyes peeled, because again, there's other people out there. And what I'm trying to say is, watch your surroundings. Because even though you might be the one that's sober, there's going to be that one out there that's been drinking while they're driving. And if you're not careful and watch your surroundings, that could end up, we'll just say, not good. That could be a real bad situation. So think about that before you even get behind the vehicle, the wheel of the vehicle. Whether it's a holiday or any day, just be careful. Like I say, I understand that, there are a lot of people that want to just go out and have fun. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, don't be the one that's drinking and driving. If you're going to be somewhere and you know that you're going to be drinking, have somebody with you that's designated. That's a sober designated driver to get you where you need to be safely. Don't be, don't go somewhere and get drunk and then think, oh, now I'm going to get behind the wheel. No. Because like I said, that don't end well. In a lot of cases, that will not end well. Trust me. I've saw that happen many times, in my day. I used to be with a volunteer fire, and even then, I've so many people want to drink and drive, and that's not cool to drink and drive. Like I said, when you get behind a wheel, not only are you putting yourself at danger, or when you get behind a wheel and you're drunk and you're drinking, not only are you going to put yourself in danger, but you're putting everybody in danger. And that's not right. Think about it this way. How would you feel if someone that you knew had gotten wrecked and either A, got in the hospital, or was taken to the hospital, or B, the worst case scenario, they didn't make it? So think about that. How would you feel if you got that call that somebody, in your family that was in the hospital, or they didn't make it? How would you feel? You honestly wouldn't feel very good. I don't think you'd feel very good. So what I'm saying to you is this: if you're out somewhere traveling, be careful. Be careful. Again, you might be the one that's totally sober. You might be the one that don't drink at all, especially when driving. But lo and behold, there's going to be people out there that think, oh, I can drink, and now I can get behind a wheel, I can go somewhere. And then they get that call. So, somebody, their family member, gets that call, says, well, so-and-so is either in the hospital or they didn't make it. And how would you feel? And I say that because I'm trying to get you to think about this. Think before you drive. It's not just about you when you're driving. It's about everybody else around you as well. Because, like I say, when you're drunk and you drink and drive, not only are you putting yourself in danger, you're putting millions of other people in danger as well that are out there driving. So with that said, please be safe. Be careful no matter what. Whether you're drinking or not. Like I said, you might be the sober one. And, you know, just out of the blue, someone else that's drunk, he hits you. And it could, like I said, not turn out as good as the way, some may think. And I get it. I 100% get it. There's some people out there that just don't give a rat's ass of how they drive. You know, it just don't make sense sometimes. But with that said, don't drink and drive. And also, do not, under any circumstances, as well, also, do not, under any circumstance, use your cell phones when driving. You know, I get it. You get phone calls when driving. I get that. Just let it go to voicemail. Now, if it's a phone call that you know is important that you are waiting on, that's that's an important phone call. Safely pull to the side of the road, or in a parking lot. That you're out of the way of oncoming of drivers. Whether it's oncoming traffic or whatever the case may be. Pull it in a parking lot. Answer your call then. Pull in the parking lots somewhere. Then answer your call. Pull in the parking lot. Make sure you're at a complete stop. And then answer your phone call. If need be. Or text or whatever the case may be. But with that said, be careful. I can't stress that enough. Be careful. But I hope you all have a safe and happy Easter. Much love to each and every one of you. And again, I can't say thank you to all for the comments, all of the likes, the shares, the subscribers. I cannot say thank you all enough. Because right now, like I said, we're at 646 subscribers from the last time I looked. So again, thank you all a ton. Much love. Safe. And I hope, like I said, I hope you all have a safe and happy Easter. Again, also, if you comment and when I respond to your comments, because I always do respond when I see the comments, if you comment and I respond to your comments and I see that you also have a YouTube channel and I'm not subscribed to you, I'm going to subscribe to you as well. Even if I look at your comment and even when I look at your comment and I see that I am subscribed, I will comment. That said, keep going, keep being you. Much love, and let's get it.